What's going on YouTube? So today is I'm gonna do a fun video, and it is gonna be on the obvious hidden gems of the Nintendo. And what makes the Nintendo so much fun to collect for is how many hidden gems there are for the system. You know, once you get past the Marios, the Zeldas, Contras, the Ninja Gaidens, I mean, there's so many good series on the system. Once you get by all those, then there's still tons of hidden gems out there. And I think that's the allure of collecting for the Nintendo is once you get all the staples, there's still tons of games to continue to collect for because they're so good and there's so many of them. So recently, if you've been watching any kind of famous YouTubers out there, they've been putting up tons of hidden gems, and it's just, to me, it's getting a little annoying. So not that I'm gonna be mocking them, but like, it's the same games that come up on every list. So I'm going to just show you all those games that continue to come up on every list. It's not going to be a top 10. It's going to be like 15 or 20 games that just continue to come up on every list. So I'm going to show you those games, and then soon I'm going to put up a video of my like deep hidden gems for the Nintendo. So this is just to get all the, obviously, the crap out of the way that everyone continues to talk about. So let's get started. First game is Wampum. This is kind of like a Mega Man clone type game, and I really enjoy this game. It's a fun little platformer where you go around and you kill enemies with your little like spear. It's really fun. Also, Shatterhand, fun little adventure game where you go around beating people up with your hands with the punches and stuff like that. And this game's a lot of fun. It's platform heavy, which is good, and a lot of these games that I'm going to be talking about are very similar, where it's a platformer, but there's also action, where there's some shooting elements to it. Right here is a good example, Clash of Demon Head. This is a fantastic game. It's almost like choose your own adventure, where you go up, you can choose your own levels after you beat one. Then there's like branching paths and stuff like that. It's really cool how you can choose that, the shooting in this is a lot of fun and rewarding, and the platforming is also fun and rewarding. And a very similar game is Journey to Silius. Fantastic game. Definitely recommend it. One of my favorite ones on this list here is Power Blade. This is a little more challenging than the games I just mentioned, but it's very fun. I'm probably never going to have Power Blade 2, but this game's incredible. Here's a game that has shot up in price a ridiculous amount. I got this game, I can't remember how long ago, but it was like maybe $30 or $40, and I thought that was super expensive. And I just saw one of these carts go for $105 on eBay. I couldn't believe it. But Metal Storm is one of those hidden gems that'll probably continue to go up in price because it's that good of a game. You can change gravity when you're platforming and shooting as you're progressing through the levels. That adds an element that you've never experienced in video games before. So I would definitely check out Metal Storm. It's well worth the price. A game that I picked up recently here, a very unique game. That's North and South. This is a Civil War kind of strategy tactical game that I was looking for forever, and I'm so glad I picked it up, and I found it for a decent deal. But if you like strategy games, and there's not that many on the Nintendo, that's one that I would definitely recommend. This game's no longer a hidden gem because so many people talk about Bucky O'Hare, and this is like a must-have at this point for the system. It's by Konami, so how much of a hidden gem can it be? But the platforming in it is incredible, and it's a challenging game, like I said before in this video or in my page. But it's definitely a worthwhile game to track down. An affordable game is Guardian Legend, and I didn't really like this game. You know, I like most games just for the uniqueness of it, whatever, and I like the fact that they took a chance doing like the top-down perspective and the shooting elements in Guardian Legend. I couldn't get into it. I could not get into that game, and I really tried. I tried twice to get through it. I made it through the first couple levels, all that stuff, but I just couldn't get sucked into the game like I wanted to. So I just gave up on it. Crystallis is a Zelda clone, and it's a lot of fun. Like I said, Taito is my favorite kind of publisher next to Capcom for the NES, and so the Flintstones game is incredible, but this game is also incredible, and that's the Jetsons. Codwell's Caper. This is a fun game. I also love this game for the Game Boy, and I would definitely try to track this down. The Jetsons, if you like fun platformers. Wacky Races is another unique platformer, and it doesn't sound like it's a platformer, but this game is in my mind perfect because it's easy. I love easy platformers, and this is one of those types of games. It's just a fun, easy platformer. Okay. Little Samson is I guess it's not a hidden gem anymore because everyone knows it's a valuable game. But the reason why it's so valuable is because how good of a game it is. Everybody wants this game because it is one of the best platformers on the system, easily. Not even close. I mean, it's in the top 5 easily. It's up there with the Mario Brothers. That's why this game's so expensive. Yeah, it had a low print run, but it didn't have that low of a print run. This game's awful, but fun at the same time because it's so bad. And that's Ninja Crusaders. This game is crazy. It's the thing that's awesome about this game is that it's a 2-player platformer game, and there's not that many of those on the NES. That's why I love this game. And you can transfer them into crazy animals during the level at any time. It's bizarre, but highly recommended. Kickmaster is a Taito game, and it's a fun, again, platformer action game. Great game. Last but not least, a unique puzzler, which you don't find like a lot of unique puzzlers for systems. I love Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine, and other than that, there's not that many puzzlers that I like. This puzzler I love, and that's Fire and Ice. This game is just, what a special game this is. That, it's like Solomon's Key, right? It's the sequel to Solomon's Key, but it's fantastic. It's such a cool element where you can melt ice and then create ice to progress through the levels, and makes you think, and it's addicting. One of the most addicting games I've ever played in my life is Fire and Ice. So anyway, guys, that rounds it out for all my obvious hidden gems on the Nintendo. I really appreciate watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and stay tuned for my deep hidden gems on the Nintendo system. Anyway, guys, have a good night.